to a living wage. In my view, that living wage should be at least $17 an hour. And when we talk about workers' rights, I can tell you from personal experience, having been involved in a number of strikes and union organizing campaigns, corporations spend hundreds of millions of dollars illegally trying to prevent workers from forming unions. And that is why we must pass the PRO Act that will provide severe penalties.
Now, unions get formed because people don't fulfill their contracts, right? So what does that mean? Well, say you're a business, you're meant to give them chemicals, gloves, stuff for the people, all this kind of thing, make sure things are maintained, make sure safety precautions are happening, fulfill their contract. But a lot of businesses say they struggle, don't fulfill their contract, give excuses why they can't do things, it's coming, never comes, things like that, and in the end don't fulfill their contract. And so what happens is employees might end up paying for things, not turning up as much as it's not safety, they're not fulfilling their contract when it comes to safety and stuff like that. And then jobs will try to fire them, right? Or do fire them. And when it comes to, say, a business is meant to do their maintenance work and stuff like that on a building, right? And someone was in an office and they're renting it out, and they end up paying for the maintenance work because they're not fulfilled. They can go back and end up taking them to court to get the money because the contract is not fulfilled, right? They broke their promises. It was way too long to use an excuse what was going on to fulfill that contract. Usually every contract should be filled, like when it comes to maintenance and stuff, within a financial year, right? No more than a whole year, right? It should be done, right? A year and a half of people's complaints if you're getting a little bit too early in your financial years and stuff like that is what I feel that contracts should be fulfilled. So any complaints, anything like that, everything needs to be sorted within a year. Otherwise it's too long. It's not fulfilling the contract, is it? Because when you don't, you have people starting to fight back. Some people won't pay all what they need to pay. Some people won't pay at all. Some people will start whinging about why should they pay more when they're not fulfilling their contract, which is not doing maintenance or doing safety inspections and having safety equipment and all that kind of stuff. And so how do you fix all that, right? There's so much of it. It's everywhere. It's all around the world. Everything, everywhere's corrupted, loopholes. It's all been done. All this kind of crap. Everyone's attacking everyone. Everyone's trying to get over everyone. Everyone's going to court. Whoever has the most money usually wins, which is sad, which is why this guy's talking about when it comes to if they've got all the money, you got no chance, right? And so that makes things even worse. Is that you need to go to certain sectors and go, that's it. All these games are over. All these loopholes are over. We've got a whole new way now, right? And now you have to do it from now on. The government has to get to a point where we go, look, like how they say, if you've returned the guns now, if you're giving them guns now, before the gun law, it'll all be good, right? And people need to do the same thing in the government when it comes to all these problems, right? You go, well, we can't chase up all this and all this kind of crap, and so we'll do a similar thing to the student loan, how they paid off student loans to restart. The government will go, well, we're just going to wipe that. Right? A little bit like how Credit Wash talked about. If they don't have evidence and stuff like that and didn't fulfill their contract, then it can get wiped. It's a similar thing. Right? And if we do that, we will have a chance to restore them and rebalance without a war. Because usually we have to have a war and shit really hit the fan and someone loses before we go, okay, now it's all over, now we can rebalance. But you can do that earlier if we're willing to do these steps, like a parent helping out their child. Right, I know you screwed up, you done this and that, but from now on, I'm going to go pay your loans. Who's been there with a parent? I haven't had that, but I've heard of stories. I'm going to go fix you all up, but you have to be good from now on, right? And then, of course, someone bucks up again, and they're like, I'll see you later, right? But that's what you do when you have a restart. You go, that's what we're doing when it comes to properties and owing money and stuff like that. They can get rid of some interest rate, help out on the interest so the bank still makes money. And go, this is what we're offering now. You're still here. Everyone's still doing what they're doing. We'll get rid of this interest. You still got to pay the money back. You got a job and all that. And this is how we're going to restart, right? And they can fix a lot of things that way. But they have to do it. And that means no money greed and getting serious and the government talking to sectors and to fix that. That's how I see it. Anyway, let's play this for a quick second more.
Penalties against any corporation, any employer that uses illegal tactics to deny workers the right to form a union.
And that's why we have unions, to help out that right and to sort that out for us.
A few years ago, as a result of the American
Why people have strikes and all that kind of stuff.
we provided $300 a month per child for the vast majority.
Because without a
of
union, you
working
can't strike by
parents
yourself,
in
can
this
you?
country.
And so unions help organise
That
your point
tax credit
that you might have singly
had the
that's real.
impact, incredibly,
And they can't have
of
that for you.
lowering
If it's happening to you, it'll start happening to
childhood
everybody.
poverty level
So the
in this
union's there to
country
fix things
by
like that.
over 40%. One provision in one large bill.
Anyway, I'm going to leave it there.
lowered the childhood
Do
poverty
you want to
level
hear more
by
about this
over
guy
40%.
talking?
For minority communities, it was even greater.
Go check it
than
out.
that.
It's pretty good. See ya.
And maybe just